Greetings, my blessed and beloved ones. I am so glad to be with you today. I am Jesus, and I want to give you a Christmas message of great joy and many blessings today. I have looked forward to this time, and I know that you people that have come to hear my message today and to talk with me, and I feel honored that you arrived and came safely to this place where we meet very often and have these wonderful consolations and actual messages that are so helpful. And so welcome today, and Merry Christmas to every one of you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
And I'm just so pleased to be here today. And the song was meant to give you the idea that so many people in the past have had of Christmas, and I hope to change some of that thinking if you haven't already done so. Because you see, the Bible was definitely changed in many ways to produce a message that was not necessarily the message I came to proclaim. And I would like to straighten a little of that out today for you, so and your understanding of what was really intended will come into your awareness. And some of you might already be aware of this information. I'm not talking to just anybody today. I know you are all high ascended masters who have shown up today. And for whatever reasons, you have been growing, helping the planet Earth with your own special talents and abilities to raise the consciousness of Mother Earth. I want to thank you for your energy and efforts in that. You have been successful. Today is a great day of change of the energy for the Mother Earth to open up into a love that she has been, so to speak, growing into with the new change from last December. It's been kind of like being in a womb of protection this last year, so that you could kind of move into a new understanding and the new love that's of the planet and gradually adjust into it. It would be too much for your bodies to handle all this wonderful love that's on the planet today all at once. But I would like to help give you some understanding to make it even more progressive and more forward-looking into opening up into the heaven on earth. The kingdom is within. That has already been there for you, but now you are safe to actually open up your heart completely to the love within and the love without. And that's my message today. So I want you to understand that yes, Christmas is a very important time, not because of the day that was set and changed from my actual birth, but because it represents the Christ being born in all of you. I came to represent and become the pattern of who you are. You needed a way out of the darkness, out of the lower energies, and my birth represented your birth. You are a Christ child too. As you were growing and being born into this planet, you did leave behind a lot of karma that you brought with you to be changed, and that's why these last few years have been so traumatized for so many of you. So profound, shock, going through shock that you maybe didn't experience or feel before because they were still hidden from you, that you needed to open up and understand why those feelings are surfacing so that energy can be changed. That's the veil, the darkness, the fears, the karma. And you came into this world to bring light, the Christ light. And you are successfully changing your lives and your energy for that to happen. And Mother Earth wants to thank you for all the energy that you are putting out there and making of changes in your lives to bring forth that light so that it may glow and shine in you, and others will see you and be attracted to your example, just like I tried to find people that would be attracted to my example. When you have love in your heart, you become a magnet of love. And you create a new reality of love that is unconditional, unselfish, and the Christ consciousness. You're all moving into Christ consciousness, and that is to be applauded and commended. There are no mistakes for why the people here today are here. You are of a special angel group that came to Earth to bring this light and energy to planet Earth and bring it out of its thousands of years of darkness. And this was a very courageous project you volunteered for. Some of you just didn't realize how heavy and strenuous it might become as you went through the different situations that needed to be transformed into the light of God. And for that, I want to say that some of your lives went a little stronger into darkness than you had planned, but you have all come through radiantly glowing. And today when you leave, your glowing will show and shine, because this is a day of transformation. In fact, Marilyn has a light for you to take home with you to remind you you are the light of God. And that's your birthright. That's your Christhood. And you were born into that light, but brought with you energy that needed to be transformed. It is not good or bad. It is just the way it is. Over many of Marilyn's channelings in the last several years, she has explained in great detail how some of this came about and how some of this has been providing tools for people to move forward and out into a better, happier, abundant life that is your birthright. And so if you are interested in hearing some of her other channelings on YouTube, that's possible. There's, of course, no charge. So you can get history, you can find out more about this journey that you've been on. Every year she's added more information for ascension, as with what you've been going through, ascending into the light of God. And as you come higher and higher into the Christ consciousness, the closest you can be before your energy merges with the God consciousness, you are at a stage in your life where you can be so helpful for those still coming out of the darkness. You are the way showers. I want you to understand, as you've left third dimension, the planet has moved and moving drastically into fifth dimension as you leave some of the fourth dimension still behind. You have actually, the planet has arrived at fifth dimension, but you need to align with that energy that of your true source. And so there's some still minor house cleaning, inner house cleaning you might need to look at. Perfect love casts out all fear. And as you open up your heart to that perfect love within, that perfect love in your heart, and letting that energy that is not of light leave and release, more and more of your consciousness will move into the truth of who you are. Maybe some of you are manifesting faster than you did in the past. Maybe your problems are becoming more neutral and you're not reacting in fear like you used to. Maybe your finances are growing and you're saying, this is wonderful. I know so many people are out there having difficult times, but you see, life is all about you sow, and that's what you reap. So you people that are having financial gains, it's just the kingdom, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all things will be given. And these are just little indications of reaping what you are sowing, to have feedback that this is what you have come into through your endeavors and sincerity and your faith. Come all ye faithful, and you people in this room have been very faithful over many lifetimes. And there are still sometimes things in your past lives that still need to come to the light of the surface and be dispelled. And of course, as you know, past life regression is very helpful for that in ways when you cannot access it yourself. So there are ways to bring in perfect love to your life. You might be familiar with the variety of energies that are available today to bring your energy into that perfect love, such as flower essences and Reiki and Qigong, acupuncture, anything that raises your energy. Chinese herbs are excellent for helping because you can take them on a daily basis like the flower essences, and that perfect love will come in. The latest way to that people are becoming more aware of is grounding. And if you haven't heard about that, you might want to talk about or research it out. There are some ways that have become available recently that are more reasonably priced and very effective. so that you can even use them without all the ice you need for your casing machine of radio device. So there are so many ways to continue raising your energy into the Christ consciousness, which is what you are doing in this room today. You are the prodigal sons and the prodigal daughters coming home. And your Father is waiting with you with abundance, prosperity, joy, bliss, ecstasy, all the wonderful feelings of being in heaven on earth. And that's what the Lord's Prayer was about. It was about bringing heaven to earth, love to earth, and you are in the midst of doing that. I want to thank you. I want to applaud you. And I want to help you with maybe just a final stage of that ascension into the fifth dimension of unconditional love. As you are well aware, it's looking outside of ourselves for answers was the problem. Separating ourselves from God took away our God connection. And that's why when we were born in the Christ consciousness, we did not understand that we were ourselves little Christ growing up into that consciousness. As we are coming back into releasing those things that separated us, one of the major hurdles is judgment. Judging others and judging yourself. And we have talked and had channelings about judgment in the past. But the problem is that really in releasing the judgment from yourself, and that's my gift to you today. You cannot look outside for peace, and you cannot look outside for having a Savior. It's all inside. And you people have judged yourself through your various experiences and various challenges of releasing your karma. And someone in this room took something as a judgment one day, which was not intended, that it was only a fact. And people, what you do to yourselves is you take it on as judgment. And to understand that sometimes acknowledging the fact of the situation without the judgment, then you can change it into the truth. Of this is what I need to do, this is what I need to sow differently so I get different results. So my reaping will be beneficial, so I'm sending out the love I truly want to come back to me. So my reality will be what I send out, and if you still are judging yourself harshly in any way of your life, today is the day to say, that is not who I am, that is not who I have ever been. I was not created in judgment. I was created in the love of God. I was created as a Christ child, a consciousness of the Christ, the highest energy that creates all good things and is supported by the universe in unconditional love. So to help release that from you today, I would like you to tell yourself at this point, I'm sorry that I created such judgment on myself for all these past issues and problems that I have gone through, and to forgive yourself. And say to God, please forgive me. I am forgiving myself. These were just the lessons necessary to change the energy of the karma. And today the karma is releasing. No longer is it necessary to judge yourself. No longer is it necessary to see yourself other than the master of your emotions, that you can release or let go through any negative energy and not participate in it any longer. You can say thank you for the information and let it leave. You can let it move out of your energy field and say cancel that, I don't need it, thank you. And move into a positive, loving response. You see, in the fifth dimension, it's about loving yourself and doing the most loving thing for those around you. Seeing them only through the eyes of God. That all the old energy was a dream. It was an illusion. It was just a way to transfer energy back to where you belong, back from where you came from. Goldsmith calls it a parenthesis of time. where you created this experience, and because there is no time, now we can just leave this time, and it no longer has to be part of your consciousness. You are free by forgiving yourself. You are loving yourself out of those old past places. Tell yourself that you love yourself. On a daily basis, tell yourself, I love you. Look into the mirror and say, I love you. Don't condemn yourself or judge yourself ever again. That is not who you are. And then you say and tell yourself, thank you for this experience. I don't have to go through the fun house at the circus anymore. You see, we can have a little sense of humor on the other side, and you put yourself in that spot to help Mother Earth, and you have done such a wonderful job. But now it's time to move out of that situation, forgiving yourself, loving yourself, and moving out into the fifth dimension, into the ascension, going higher and higher into higher consciousness of Christ consciousness. And you are coming home as the prodigal child. I would like to help enforce how much that love inside of you is truly you by sharing one more thing that has been misunderstood for years and centuries. Your father energy is a masculine energy. The feminine energy, which many people call Mother Mary or Queen Gan, other feminine energies, is also Mother Earth. And in you, you have a masculine and feminine energy, which people label. But when those energies come together, they create a child. You are that child. And when your masculine energy comes together with a feminine energy, you create children. You are the child of God, a child of the universal love. It is there forever, has been, and will never leave. It is an ongoing, loving presence. You are moving into the presence of God. Claim it, own it, and you might have to act as if for a while, but you'll grow into it. Knowing there is only one power, the power of God. When I said my Father and I are one, that's what I was talking about. I can do no things without my Father. It's the energy of the Spirit that runs, influences, and motivates my life. The love. The stable force of that love is called the Father. The action part of that love is called the Mother. And you became created in that love that is forever, will be, and has never left. As you move into your own Christ consciousness, I bless you, hoping that you will move forward, becoming a magnet of love. And as you open your heart totally to express the love out, that's the energy that will create a new reality for you. In your old understandings and fearful ideas, you shut your heart down to protect yourself. It was painful maybe at times. But as you open up your heart, open it up completely. Let the love out of your creation, of who you were created as, so you can continue to create. God is about energy and expansion. As you send love out, you are creating your reality. And the more open your heart, actually the safer you are. No one can harm you with an open, loving heart. But you can have compassion. You can have caring and kindness for those still hurting. You can go and help other people open their hearts because you are safe in the love of God, totally filled from head to toe and surrounded in the perfect love of your Heavenly Father and mother. You are that child. You are the Trinity. It is not out there. It is within. Live your life with the peace, the health, abundance, and all the glories of heaven within you. Let them come out and manifest in your life, and you will move into the kingdom which is within, which are you manifesting on earth, and your life is moving into unity. Do not compare your life with someone else's. That's why they will never find a solution for cancer. Your life is not the same as anyone else's. Your healing is not the same as anyone else's. Go within, send love and positive feelings of affirmations, whatever works to raise your energy into the love that you were created in. You are the Christ child. Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful, new, wonderful lifetime of knowing the truth about who you are. My love for all of you extends forever and eternally. Call on me anytime you need comfort, advice, help. I am with you always, even unto the ends of the earth. My love expands and abounds to all of you forever. And I wish you the best future as you create your most loving heaven for yourself, of what works for you, knowing that there is nothing outside that can hurt you, harm you. If you are in the presence of God, there is nothing else, only the one power. The rest is not even possible, because it's dispelled by the light. Perfect love casts out all fear. I bless you and wish you well. And as you come up, feel comfortable to talk with me. I wish you one at a time to take your turn, and the others of you can visit among yourself while I'm enjoying my talk with each of you individually. So have a merry, merry year that's coming forth. I wish you to see all the good things that are going to be unfolding in this coming year. They are happening already in hidden ways, but they will become even more obvious in the conscious world, so that you will be able to see that heaven is coming to earth. It's not just a knowing in your heart, but to see and experience and enjoy. Life is to enjoy. All those other things are over. You can, now that I've been here today, and if your eyes need to open even more into the light of God, it is safe. You can see the light of God, and you can hear in your heart the messages of God's love. My blessings. I wish you a farewell and goodbye. And thank you for coming today.